Hello everyone, Brittany here, and I'm going to give you a quick introduction on how to add weekly overviews at the end of each week to really highlight some awesome student work, as well as provide a quick review of what the content was learned in the prior weeks. So, we are in Innovate to Transform, the EdgeComm as an example, but I want to hop over to one of my older courses to show you what we're talking about when we give these reviews. So, this is what it looks like. It's going to be popping up on the side just under your Voki. And notice I used a variety of different web tools. Now these are not the tools that are used directly in the student's learning. So maybe a tool that they're not using in the course, but something you'd like to highlight. As a few examples, I used GoAnimate, I used a web tool, Cloud or Word Cloud, I used a Prezi, oh goodness, I can't even remember, Toondo, I can't remember the name of the tools, as well as a S'more to really highlight a couple things that the students were said. So I actually took a quote out of some really great posts from the forums from the week before and then highlighted them with their name. So I gave them credit for the statements that they're made, and I made sure that there was really highlighting and capturing some big learning from the prior weeks. This is an awesome way to really highlight some great learning. And while I'm doing my grading, I also make sure that I'm hitting every single student over the 6 weeks. So while I highlight maybe 2 or 3 students per week, I make sure that I'm not highlighting the same students over and over again to make sure to touch every single student that's in the course. So I highlight a couple every week, but I also make sure that they are different students every single week. And you can use whatever web tool you would like. You're welcome to explore, and if there's something that you would like to add or a web tool that you'd really like to highlight for them, please feel free to add. So we're going to hop back over to Innovate, and I'm going to show you how to add these blocks every week. So what we want to do is we want to add a block right underneath our weekly Voki. To do that, we go to this little button that says Turn Editing On. We're going to click that. And underneath our Voki, there's going to be a little statement that says add a block. Now, because we are adding web tools as a review, we want to hit HTML. So we want to add an HTML block that will go underneath our Voki. Now, once I hit that, it's going to refresh the page, and you're going to see new HTML block that's added. To edit the block, we hit the little edit button with the pencil. Now this is after I've made a web tool. So let's say that I've made a Voki. So I'm going to hop over to Voki, log in really quick. Oh goodness, that's embarrassing. Okay. Logged into Voki, and I'm going to steal one of my Voki. So this is just an example. You can use whatever web tool, and obviously be using a Voki for every week. But this is just to add one. So let's say I want to publish my Voki. Wherever I am, whatever web tool I'm using, we want to grab the HTML code. So wherever, whichever web tool you're using, let's capture the code and go back to our course. So once we're on the HTML block page, we need to add our HTML. So I'm going to do session 1 review, and then I'm going to click the HTML button. So once I've decided that I want to add my Voki right here, I'm going to click HTML and paste the code right under my session 1 review. Click update. And you may or may not see your tool pop up. If you don't, it's okay. It just means that it's not popping up on this specific page. What you'll want to do is hit save in order to really make sure. So let's title our block first, Session Reviews. And once we're ready and we have our session review ready to go, move down to Save Changes. And that's going to pop that Voki straight into the block. Now what I did is if I want to add one for every week, we want to hold on to them so they can go back and review the different session reviews every week. So I'd actually go back, edit the same block, move a little bit below, do session 2, go to the HTML, and then pop in the coding there so that the tools will pop up one after the other. You have it labeled every session, and you don't have to change your block title or anything like that. Hit Save Changes, and then over time you will build a long list of the session reviews, so it will look a lot like this. And again, you are encouraged to try whatever tools you would like. These are just some examples. And to really take the really highlighted student work that's happening in your course, and to remember to always include every single participant over the 6 weeks. So make sure you touch all your participants. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or your facilitator course coach. And I hope you have a great time making your session reviews. This is one of my favorite pieces of the course. Take care.